mages are the embodiment of raw mystical power, wielding their arcane magic with terrifying precision and devastating force. Slay whoever challenges you. Loading, leveling, mage file loaded. Goodbye.
Motherfucker, no other way to get paid. Dumb motherfucker, what you think, what you drink, scum motherfucker, play to the way that we take.
There we go. Level 70 done. I do have a 460 belt. Shout out that guy for letting me basically leech. I always go there when I do level 1 to 70. I always just end up there, queue for dungeons and leech if I can. Let's get some gear, shall we? You guys actually like these mounts? I feel like for me, they're one of those mounts where it's like, oh, that's a really cool mount, but then you get it and it's like, oh, I just wasted gold on this. Just finished a world quest for this 454 trinket. I do have a 166 trinket that really needs replacing, and that is a massive upgrade, and I can't even replace my 166 trinket because I have one from leveling up. That's the exact same item. Nice, nice. We love to see that. Just finished a normal dungeon. Got myself 2 pieces of gear, some 460. I did buy a little bit from the auction house just to get me, you know, topped up. I do need to get the item level up as soon as possible so I can get into the Awaken raids before reset because it is Sunday right now. God, this outfit. But yeah, let's get some more gear. Hopefully we can get in some mythics today. So I've just gone ahead and bought my Pirate's Booty item from Dakesh, which is from Plunderstorm. I was saving it, but I went, you know what? We'll use it on the mage. I want to get the mage geared up. So we got a pretty good 454 weapon. It's not great, but it's 454 and it'll give us a little bit of a damage increase. And I spent 5,000 gold on this trinket. Yeah, I'm not happy about that. I finally managed to get the item level to do LFR. Great. Perfect. Amazing. Now I've got to sit here and be AFK for about 45 minutes getting in. Never mind. Let's go. I can actually hopefully get bullions and get gearing. So I am purely going into this for bullions. I probably won't win any loot rolls because I'm the most unluckiest guy on the planet when it comes to LFR. But you know, we can always hope and dream that we'll actually achieve something, you know. But if we don't, it's not the end of the world. Some bullions actually dropped, that's great. And there's some gear that we can roll for as well, so hopefully we can get that. If we don't, not the end of the world. Got ourselves some bullions. I think I know what I'm going for with those. I'll probably be wrong and probably end up getting the wrong items. I'm probably going to go for the staff from a Midrisil first, because apparently that's a really good item. And we'll go from there. 70k DPS, ignore that in the bottom right corner of your screen. Please don't look at that. 70k DPS for our first FR. We have picked up 9 Moose Staff and Awakened. That's our first upgrade. And we're going to go ahead and pick Seal of Durner's Chosen. If I mispronounce that, like, please don't, like, cancel me on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it. I'm just a generic British guy that can hardly pronounce the most simplest of words, so I'm trying, but that's a nice little upgrade. 2 pieces of gear that are upgraded. Do need to get a new pair of shoulders. There was like 6 pieces of gear in that LFR that I could have got, and I ended up getting absolutely none of it. They ended up doing 84k, which is a little bit of a damage increase. It's not too much. Pretty good damage increase. It is nice to see upgrades and stuff like that. But, you know, I want to be doing 100k minimum on bosses eventually. Like, before reset, which is in 1 day, and I've not even started farming dungeons yet. I literally got this tune to 70 on Sunday night, so here's hoping we actually get some keys done tomorrow. We actually managed to get into a key, a +2 Nelf. Not the best key, probably won't get any loot because, you know, it's me. I complain about not getting loot in basically every video, but let's hope we get something. So here's the first boss that we're ever going to be doing on this tune in a dungeon, so let's hope it goes remotely well. I'm not doing great DPS already. It's kind of embarrassing the DPS we're doing. And we are keyboard turning a little bit, which I shouldn't be. I actually am a capable player, but apparently when it comes to playing this mage, I'm getting carried. And I don't even know these guys before someone goes, wow, you're getting carried in a dungeon. And it's like, I wish I was getting carried right now. Let me put it that way. I'd kill for some gear.
Charging.
But I understand my rotation isn't the best. Like, there's things about my rotation that I could change. But don't get me wrong, I know. Like, I know there are plenty of things wrong with my rotation, what I could be doing to better myself and stuff. As a player, not as like as a human. Well, that too, but this is not the place for that kind of stuff. But if anybody does have any like tips or tricks for Arcane Mage, please feel free to leave a comment, because I'd love to get better at it. Even just because I'm doing a video on it and basically just trying to improve. I don't want to be stuck playing something that I'm not enjoying, like the Guardian Druid. I don't really want to talk about them, but basically like the Guardian Druid. I think I should use my time up here because it'll be up for the next boss, but it's 10%. It's not really going to make that much of a difference as in 50k DPS. I really don't want to talk about it, but we're trying. We are trying. Like, I said a second ago, I'm not going to admit to being a good player. I'm mediocre is what I would call it. On the second boss now, actually doing pretty good DPS, you know, 100k. Actually performing a little bit better than I hoped. The first boss really did like make me worry, like I'm actually going to be doing really bad this dungeon and I'm really shouldn't be in here yet. But shout out the group leader for actually accepting my peasant ass and letting me join. Hey, you know what? Ending that fight on 90k DPS isn't bad. We sadly didn't time that dungeon. It's a big shame, and we actually got a ring that we already had. We could have timed that, but we were just excessively pulling, and my damage was terrible. Like A3k overall is insanely terrible. You know, no. I'm learning. Heading into a +2 academy. Looked at my rotation a little bit now. Probably not going to do the rotation perfectly. But we looked it up. And let's hope we do some damage. Because that Nelfris key, we kind of ruined that key, but let's go. Hey, you know what? 210k DPS. I'ma take it. We are a little bit behind because of the 8 deaths on the first trash pack, but we can catch up. We definitely can catch up.
Breath incoming. Run.
Ooh, you know what? 91k DPS on that boss. 93k actually. 142 IO. And 50 gold. Wicked. I'm glad. I'm so glad I've got a key done. Easy key. It's a shame we nearly didn't time it, but nonetheless, great key. Heading into a +2 Azure Vault. We're doing a big pull off the rib, so this could go really bad or really good. We are resetting.
5, 4, 3.
I know I'm gonna do piss poor damage and I should leave because this group's mentality is already destroyed. But we're gonna stick it out and hopefully time it. Hey, you know what? We still managed to +2 this key. I underperformed a fair amount, don't get me wrong. But that's 145 IO, and let's hope we get the Trinket. A headpiece? I'll take it. You know what? 476 upgraded to a 496. Let's go. Beautiful upgrade. Heading into a +2 or 3 Positive Infusion. Should be a pretty fun key, if you ask me. I think we've got a carry going on, so we're going to be able to snipe some free IO, you know. if it goes well. If it doesn't, it's not the best, but hopefully we can snipe some IO here of these guys. If you get the chance to snipe IO, like, hey, be my guest. Like, if you see me in your keys or whatever, you want to bring it on, like, you know, hit me up. Right now, yeah, I probably can't help anybody. I need more help myself. Getting beat. Getting beat by the healer. I'm getting beat by the healer, but like, you know, the healer is 2.3k IO. I should hope they beat somebody who's 473 IM level. I think they're like 520, 510. Yeah, 520. I should hope they beat me. Like, let's be honest, they should really be beating me in damage. Thank God. Don't get me wrong, it's nice to have people in my group that are going to be capable. But then it's also the problem of how useless am I actually going to be? Am I going to be more of a burden to these people? Or am I actually going to benefit the group? And by the looks of it, I am being a burden, to say the least. Like, I'm doing okay, but there are certain situations where I could be doing better, and I could be doing worse. So, you know, what can I do? Fast. Gotta go. Oh my God, really? The time I need to go fast is the time I get absolutely screwed by 3 whirlpools. Love that for me. Uh-oh. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna sit here and eat my pot noodle because somebody decided to aggro all the ads at once, and 2 of them got their cast off because I was just entering the room. And yeah, I'm dead, so I'm gonna enjoy my pot noodle and let these guys finish the kill. That was a pretty good mouthful of my pot noodle. 159 IO. Let's hope we get a drop. I really hope we get a drop. Based on the fact that these guys got a drop though, we probably won't. But 159 IO is perfect, especially for our item level. I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm not gonna toot my own horn. But you know what? 473 total item level. And I only got beat by the priest by 1k damage overall, or 1k DPS. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna have to take it because it happened. But you win some, you lose some, right? It's nice to see me upgrading and getting things sorted out. That's great. Just realized how bad my transmog on this tune is. Like, I have no... Sorry. My ADD got the better of me watching 2 Guardian Druids jump about. I've just realized how bad my transmog is. We are doing a +2 Ruby life pools.
What's your step?
Hey, 120k DPS, god damn. Still getting beat by the tank, but...
Good work, champion.
120k DPS. I do honestly though feel like once I get my tier set, things will hopefully pick up, you know, for me. Because if they don't, you know what? I might have to give up on the mage already. And trust me, I was so close to giving up on the Guardian Druid because of Demon Hunters just being auto-accepted and just people not wanting me, so... Hey, I will give up. One day, I will give up. Maybe not the Arcane Mage, but you never know. See, there's certain situations like that where I actually do a lot of damage, like even for my gear and without like tier sets and stuff. Like I feel like there are certain situations where I actually do pop off with damage, but you know, it can't always be the case.
Interrupt 1.
Like I don't even know if the tier set for Arcane Mage is even good. I'm hoping it's actually some form of viable, but and I'm hoping it does give me some form of a buff, but you never know. It probably won't, knowing my luck. It'll probably just be terrible and I'll be used. Well, I am useless already, so. And there we go. Ruby Life Pool's done. 148 IO, 143. They get a drop, but we got some good stuff, you know. Getting IO, it's really good. I love to see him. Let's get right into another dungeon, shall we? Okay, so it's time for a +2 Brackenite Hollow. You love it when your group members are like, "Oh, how big are your pools? How big?" Nice, big 3-pack. Let's go. Is this guy role-playing? Oh, God. This is a key. This is a roleplay, please. After about 3 hours of waiting for a key, we finally managed to get into one.
5,
An Alderman +2.
3.
I've got like 2 hours to a reset, like 3 hours to a reset. So let's hope we get something done. 1k IO, I'll be happy with.
Attack totem.
Hey, 132k DPS on that boss. Not too shabby, not too shabby. It's getting better, it's getting better. It's not getting amazing. Like, I'm not gonna toot my own horn yet, but it's getting there, it's getting there.
Move to circle.
Ah, you know what, 80k on that boss. That wasn't great, but I didn't have my introduction cooldowns ready, so I do think my core goal for next week should be just getting my tier set. Hopefully getting into a guild to do some form of normal with or heroic with, just getting something done so I can have a little bit more like leadway into what I'm doing and stuff like that. It'd be nice, you know, like I'm not gonna complain about having no gear at the moment because you know what, look, we're just starting to tune out. Things happen and stuff, but you just gotta keep pushing. When you get to like a position like this with a tune, you've just gotta keep at it. You've just not gotta feel discouraged about like your situation and your gear, because you know what, everybody started at this place and no one can like ruin that for you. So just keep at it, man. Just keep at it. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting out DPS by a Warlock right now who's like a 5 item levels lower than me, but he's a Warlock. Just gotta keep at it. Just keep your head up high, man. Keep pushing. Time for another dungeon. Not defensive. The mage is fun. I won't lie. Arcane Mage, unironically, pretty fun. But I'm pretty bad at it so far. That's the worst part. Like, I am not the best at it so far, so we're just gonna have to work on that.
Watch your step. Watch your step.
Dying on the last little tick. You love to see him. You love to see it. Let's see what loot we get. No shoulders. R.I.P. Rip Arena. Let's make these guys a pull. That is 1.1k IO. You know what? 1000 IO already? We'll take it. Wicked.